Hey all, my name is Oda, and this is a Core Tree TV Talk. Today we're talking about disability in the workforce. Our guest today is Tohamah. Thanks, Tohamah, for being here and talking to me today.
You're welcome.
So I wanted to ask you a little bit about yourself, Tohamah. Can you tell me a bit about yourself and your background? What do you do?
Well, I now I work at the entertainment business. I've worked there for over 20 years. I have spina bifida, and I'm in a wheelchair. I've been in a wheelchair all my life. Um, so yeah, that's what I do, and that's
So
who I am.
you've worked at this entertainment venue for 20 years, you said?
Roughly about 20 years, since '02.
Have you always done the same thing within the venue, or have you done different things with that?
I've done different things,
Okay.
but usually like the same thing.
Okay.
Yes.
So in that vein, I wanted to ask you about starting a new position, whether it be a new job or a new position or doing something different within your job. If you can think about that, what supports made the transition easier for you? Or if it wasn't easy, what would have made the transitions easier?
The trans. So you said a new job, or
Yeah, like when you switched your positions, like
oh,
from one position to the other, it could have been
I
like,
think I guess somebody would say, how to do it, and I see like how to do it, and then um I would, pitch like see mentally uh and think about what I can do, you know, to basically do the same thing.
I'm with you
Um
there. I'm a visual person, and training is
yeah,
very important. So
exactly.
yeah,
So I
training.
have to be visually, now because of my disability, obviously I can't do everything, right?
Right.
So I think about, as somebody visually shows me, what I can do. Okay. That's just as, good.
That's fair enough. So
Yeah.
speaking of that, you said because of your disability, you can't physically do everything, and I totally
Right.
understand because I use a wheelchair myself,
Yeah.
and I've had to ask for accommodations, and so I wanted to ask you about that job accommodation. It's not something that everyone's comfortable talking about. It's personal, and it can be tricky to navigate. In your experience, how do you approach requesting accommodations at work?
In
If
the
you had to.
yeah, in the entertainment business, um, I've never really had to ask for specific accommodation. However, um, like generally, usually certain jobs in the entertainment business, okay, would require to use obviously my feet.
Right.
Um, but because me being in a wheelchair, um, people that like basically make schedules and all that stuff on duties can see that I can't do um yeah, do certain jobs, right?
Right.
So am I making sense? Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. You have a
Yeah,
very understanding managers and
yeah,
accommodating workforce.
exactly, right? I felt they weren't coping, like they didn't really understand,
Right.
right? It was more business to them, than, you know, being more understanding,
So
right?
your experience wasn't very positive with them, was it? Or
Right. It was not. right? Unfortunately, like I said, due to numbers, uh, because I'm not as, I guess, fast as them, as somebody who were able to do it, who might not have a disability, that prevented me from being permanent
Right.
with them.
So in the online retailer, out of curiosity, had they accommodated you, you would have wanted to stay longer, would you?
I would have wanted to stay longer if they continued with my contract.
Mhm.
And yeah, if they were like accepting, right? I would have loved to stay later.
If you could
A
speak to
lot.
the managers there, what would you say for them to understand from the perspective of someone who has a disability? What would you tell them so they can understand that you're not necessarily lesser than the others and you're just requesting accommodations? Like if you had a minute to speak to the managers there.
I feel like if I told like a manager that everybody, you know, certain people need accommodations, right? And I would say just like please understand that,
Right.
and um, basically please accept that.
So I also wanted to ask you, change gears a little bit. So the benefits of how was your experience working with SCIO's Employment Services team? What made a difference for you?
Um, because before working with the team, I was just working uh, at the entertainment business.
Mhm.
Uh, but I've also, because of them, I've had uh, other temporary positions in other fields. Okay. Um, and it opened up my um, resume basically because I've only had one position, but now I have like three or four.
And so, Tohamah, what would you say to someone looking for work now and maybe feeling down about their prospects about finding a job in the current market? What would you say to them?
Just be positive. Be positive. Um, don't always think about your disability. Okay. Think about what you can do. Okay. Uh, like what what's good about what you have, right? Like what positive things do you have for a company, right?
That's good advice.
And
Focus on the positive.
yeah, be positive, right? Um, I'm not gonna lie, before I used to always say, no one's gonna hire somebody in a wheelchair or with disabled, right? But now I don't say that because I have a lot of experience, right?
Okay. Thank you so much, Tohamah. You've been great talking to you.
That's
Okay, that's it, folks. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to check out our website, courtree.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Courtree TV, for more talks like this one that I've had with Tohamah. Thanks, Tohamah.